Hey guys, I'm Dahlia, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a raspberry loaf cake. This cake is phenomenal because it's gluten-free, and I mean you could make it with regular all-purpose flour, but I like using a combination of almond flour, tapioca starch, and a gluten-free flour mix, and it makes for the most amazing cake. I'm telling you, it's so good. So now, let's get started. So I have here a small bowl with a whisk, and to it I'm going to add all of the dry ingredients. So we're going to add in the gluten-free flour, tapioca starch, almond flour, salt, and baking soda, and then we're just going to whisk this all together. And make sure you break up any clumps that are in here. Since we're not sifting this mixture, we're just whisking it together. So you want it to be totally clump-free for the most part. So now let's set this aside and get mixing our liquid ingredients. To this bowl, I'm going to add grapeseed oil, almond milk, but you can totally use any dairy milk if you prefer to do that, an egg, vanilla extract, brown sugar, and regular granulated sugar. And then just whisk this until it's all well combined. Now let's add in half of the flour mixture. We're going to mix it and then add in the other half. So the batter is all ready, and now it's just time to add in the frozen raspberries. So I'm going to add a little bit of my gluten-free flour to the frozen raspberries, and this will just prevent it from sinking all the way to the bottom of the cake. So I like to use frozen raspberries because it's just very easy. You don't have to wash them, and it just cooks really nicely into the cake, and then it becomes mushy and delicious inside. It's so good. So we're going to add these in and then just fold them into the batter. Now that the batter is all ready, and it literally took seconds to put together, I'm going to transfer it into my 9x5-inch loaf pan that I've greased with some olive oil spray, and I like using this Pam olive oil one. But really, you can use any other gluten-free spray if you want to make this cake gluten-free, and if not, you could just use baking spray. And then I added a piece of parchment paper, so it's really easy to lift up from the sides here. So now let's add in the batter. It's now time to get this cake into the oven. I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake it for about an hour and 15 minutes, and just check on it after 1 hour and see if it's cooked, but it probably will need those 15 minutes. So I'm going to go get it in, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. This cake is literally heaven. It reminds me of these jam bars that I used to make when I was younger. It was basically a cookie layer, jam, and then like a streusel topping. Somehow this tastes just like it, and I absolutely love those bars, and I absolutely love this cake, and you guys have got to give it a try. Now that I've taught you guys how to make the cake, you can go ahead to my website, and I'll leave the link in the description box below, and I will have all the ingredients and directions listed on my website. You can go print them out there and make the cake yourself. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel so you'll get new videos every single time I post. And I will see you next time. Bye!